tools are now what we call science. The scientific method, the preference for ideas that are falsifiable, testing treatment against controls, standardized statistical tools for determining how likely it is that a result could happen by chance, the format of a scientific paper. All of these systems were built by scientists because they got tired of other scientists saying to them, okay, you might be right, but I remain unconvinced. All of these tools were developed as ways to speed science along. If everybody understands a tool or a procedure or a statistical measure, then it gets much easier to check each other's work. And if anyone ever says, like, I don't want to tell you how I got my data, but it is real and it's true, they just get laughed out of the room. That's not science, that's politics, that's lawyer. Scientists do a different thing than that. And if they're not sharing their data, if they're not saying, hey, you try, you do a replication, you show me what happens when you do it, then that's not science. And this caused a transition from here are things that we know, and if you'd like to challenge those ideas, then I will defend my ideas using whatever social and rhetorical power I have, to instead, I believe this is right, and I will defend my ideas by letting you do the experiment yourself. And if you come up with like some other explanation, then I will further refine my experiments to try and ensure that I am right. You hear about this experiment about the swan neck flask a lot, where people were arguing about whether life could just arise spontaneously or whether it would have to be seeded by other life, like only from a cell can a cell come. And there were lots of people arguing about this. And people developed, I'm not going to get into the details here, they developed a series of experiments that each time someone said, okay, yeah, I see what you did there, but what if you do this? It's very important to understand. Nobody would have done these experiments. Nobody would have designed better and better and better experiments without, one, argument, but more importantly, two, without doing this all in public, where everybody could see it and everybody could argue it and everybody could like come up with their own theories about what was going on. So this is what science has become.